I was just the victim of a harassment campaign on a new social media website. When I reported the people that harassed me, the website owner messaged me personally to tell me that not only were they not going to take action against the people who harassed me, but they were going to ban me for making the report. It all started when a group of 3 people publicly gloated about joining games that I was in solely to get me out and solely to basically try to get me off of the website. I called them out on this and they doubled down. I tried taking the high road, but these people would just not leave me alone. All I wanted was for the website owner to come out and say, hey, this is wrong and you shouldn't do this. The website even claims that this type of harassment is not allowed. Then the website owner literally sends me these Discord messages mocking me for what I called harassment on the website. We minused all of your posts because we don't like you. She calls herself a victim, but goes into the place where she feels victimized. I just joined this game solely to vote her out. And then the mod says that these are not instances of harassment. Now, earlier today, the harassment hit a breaking point. There was this one guy named Dylan who basically wanted to message all of my friends, and he wasn't going to stop until I was socially isolated from everybody. Now, I found out that this Dylan person is a chronic stalker and has even gone as far as to find out people's parents and jobs. Most people are only nice to Dylan because they're scared of the shit he will do. He stalked my mom's Facebook, made emojis on Discord of her, and told everyone I was a Zionist. There are many stories of this person over many years. Here he calls me a fat cunt and to enjoy hell with my grandparents, and then say that my profile picture, which is my face, looks like somebody threw a bucket of water on me. So this website owner goes on to basically deny that any of this is harassment. And then when I mentioned Dylan stuff, he's like, oh, well, it's not, an official server related to our website. When meanwhile, the Discord server was created solely for the website, and the only people in it are people from that website. And if he wants to say, oh, off-website stuff is not anything I'm going to take action against, at least be consistent with it. He, out of nowhere, then starts to call me a troll. Here's a theme. It didn't happen on the website, so I'm not going to do anything. And so in my head, I'm thinking, this guy's calling me a troll and not providing a single instance of me trolling. And so I'm like, okay, show me one time that I did that, right? You're not going to take action against people for off-site behavior. Why is all of a sudden my quote-unquote reputation of being a troll something that is being brought into this conversation? Here's my DMs with this guy where I'm like, this person harassed me today and you're not taking action. And he decides to ban me from the website for my supposed reputation of being a troll when it's obvious that he's just annoyed that I'm calling him out on his hypocrisy. And I was just so shocked by everything that I decided I'm just gonna screenshot everybody and show people exactly what went on. One of my friends posted the screenshots. Literally all it is showing people the website owner's own words. And then not even a minute later, his entire account is banned. And the people that harassed me, no punishment whatsoever. And again, all I wanted was a simple post being like, hey, can you maybe just tell them not to do this? I wasn't asking for anybody to be removed. I was just like, can you please just tell people that this isn't okay? Now, for context as to why all of these people hate me in the first place, this website has a lot of the same people as another website that I used to be a part of, a website that I was groomed on. It was basically a fan website for people who like Survivor, Big Brother, those types of shows, and you could play those games and make friends. But that website, Tengaged, had no moderation, and pedophiles basically ran rampant. I want to talk about Tengaged. When I was 15, I had an older man make a vlog telling people that I needed to slut myself up in order to be popular on the website. They knew I was 15. I was young, I was desperate for validation, and so that is exactly what I did. Basically hoping that people would like me. And then as a result of that, I would get a bunch of older men messaging me on Discord and saying really creepy stuff to me, and then people would victim blame me because, oh, well, you posted these sexual blogs. I was 15. And a lot of people on the website thought it was funny, and even if they had a problem with it, they would always make it seem like I was the issue instead of blaming the people that were grooming me. Eventually it got to a point where somebody hacked my account and told me that they would not give my account back to me unless I did sexual things on camera for them. I was a minor, okay? And there's many other instances of shit like this occurring. People might not know the full story, but the people that were active at this time definitely saw some of this shit going down. At the time when I tried talking about this, everyone tried to say that it was my fault and basically just denied and dismissed my story, right? And so I basically developed this feeling that, oh, I guess abuse I must not be that bad because everybody's telling me that it's not that bad. So I said a bunch of really stupid shit, right? Like, I genuinely wanted to be raped because I thought that I deserved that. I thought that that was going to make me happy. I mean, other people who are victims can tell you, but like, it leads you to some dark places, right? So what people do is they isolate these moments, they take screenshots, and then they make it seem like, see, Rose is this awful, horrible person. Then a decade later, make it seem like I was the problem and that they never have to take any accountability. And it's like, you read these tweets that I'm posting, right? And it's so obvious that, like, I am not in a good mental headspace, right? And it should be obvious to anybody with, like, two eyes that that is coming from a person who was groomed and was so hurt and just didn't understand consent because my consent was ignored. And I've had a lot of people tell me that, oh, you should change your name. And I'm like, what message does that send? That I should have to basically run and hide? No, I want to persist because I want the people that have hurt me to never forget about what they did to me. If I leave, these people will never have to be held accountable. These people will never think twice about their actions. They'll just live the rest of their lives just thinking that it was okay. But if I stand in defiance and I literally just show up, I don't provoke anything, I just, by my mere existence, just try to be nice to people, and then I see them act hostile to me. If anyone wants to talk about my past, I will always offer to talk to them. And if anybody refuses to even hear my side of the story, that just tells me a lot about them. And it's like, people don't have to like me, but to go out of your way to try to make my life a living hell, that's not okay. And literally all I was asking was for just the simplest, like, gesture of, hey, you know, we don't allow this type of harassment on our website. Anyway, here's more people talking about just how awful Tengaged was. Here's more. I mean, I could go on for days. And here's the owner of this new website talking about how it's trying to be the old website where I was groomed. I'm making this video because these people need to be held accountable and taught a lesson that this type of harassment is not okay and it will not be accepted just because it's me, because it's Rose Moulin. We've all decided that she's subhuman or whatever.